Good afternoon, live from Toronto on the GBKM network. This is the Chat Up Show, the show where we catch you up with a chat up of our weekly headlines. I'm your host, Elizabeth Aloyde, and I hope that you are ready to chat it up with me today. Now, as always, you know you can keep up with the GBKM network in various ways. You can listen and watch live 24/7 at www.gbkm.fm or www.gbkm.tv, where you can also catch up on any past shows you may have missed. Make sure you check out the upcoming shows throughout the week, and you can like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. You can also download our app for Apple users and Android users as well from the App Store and Google Play Store for free, where you can get the same features that you see on our website, listening to the live music, watching the live shows, catching up with past shows, and waiting for the upcoming shows, as well as commenting, liking, sharing, and all of that good stuff. You can also continue to watch us on Facebook at GBKM Television and YouTube at GBKM TV. You can follow us on Instagram at GBKM FM and Twitter at GBKM_FM. Now, we're coming to the close of the second month of 2021, and for a lot of folks, they have, set a New Year's resolution. And if you've already given up on said New Year's resolution, there's no judgment. I totally understand you. But of course, you can always pick it up again next month. Right now, today is a great day to start. But a lot of folks always start the new year wanting to be healthier, both physically, mentally, just overall, mind, body, and spirit in every single way they can possibly do it. Some decide that they want to cut out some junk food. Some may decide that working out is the best option for you. But there are a myriad of things that we can do to make sure that our health is in tip-top shape. And one of the things that is so important is paying attention to what we are consuming, putting on our bodies, ingesting in every single way, because sometimes we're taking things in that aren't good for us and we just don't know. So today we're gonna know. And we're gonna do that by welcoming a very, very special guest here with us. We will be discussing how you can take control of your health naturally with maybe not so conventional ways. Let's say alternative methods instead of what we've normally known as the ways to go about being healthy fully. So please welcome our very, very special guest, Kate Kopylova, a team leader within the Health and Wellness Company, among many other things that we're going to get into. Please welcome Kate. Hello, how are you doing?
Thank you very much, Liz. I'm doing very great.
Great.
Yeah. I've met you 1 year ago, and since that time, I'm still enjoying our conversation. Glad to be here with you.
Yes, thank you so much. And it's been about a year since we met, and I'm so excited to bring our conversation out to the public as well, because I've learned so much getting to chat with you about being healthy the most natural way possible, taking care of my body in different ways. Now, I'm very curious to find out about your healthy living journey. What inspired you to take the step towards healthier living?
Let me share my story with you. Right now, things are really, really great. I'm so lucky to be married to an amazing guy, Alex, 39 years ago, and we are still together.
Wow.
Despite the fact that we are married at a very young age, at 19. We have two awesome sons, awesome boys, 2 daughters-in-law, 4 grandchildren. I work in over a decade. I'm working in many areas in health and wellness, including Thai massage, Reiki, Raindrop technique. I built a successful team within the health and wellness industry. And my life is all around health and wellness, helping others to achieve wellness. Mm-hmm. But of course, it didn't happen overnight. We came to Canada about 20 years ago with 2 teenage boys, and we expect the great life from day one. Mm-hmm. But reality kicked in. And even having a master's degree and lots of experience, I was not able to get a good job in Toronto. even after finding one, I was downsized in a few years and had to apply to unemployment insurance. And it was the lowest point in my life, and my self-esteem, you can imagine how low it was.
I can imagine, yeah.
And by accident, however, I don't believe in accidents, I was given a free ticket to yoga where my eye caught one lady. She was a teacher in Thai massage school. And after some time, I came to that school just to chat with her, to learn more about school. And while she was talking to me, she see nobody else. She was focused only on me. Mm-hmm. Nobody talked like that to me before. Her health is great. She lives and works in a clean environment. And at that moment, I realized that the only way for me to create a better future is to clean up the present. Mm-hmm. And since then, I started diving into health and wellness. First, I certified in Thai massage. And I loved it so much that I started taking mastery courses to deepen my knowledge in that. Then I became Reiki master. I became a Raindrop Practitioner, took multiple courses, went to multiple seminars to be an expert in health and wellness, being able to help people like that woman helped me. And wow. Here I am, helping others
yes.
to be better.
And we're so grateful. So you mentioned that you're a Raindrop Practitioner. Could you explain a little bit about what that is, what that entails, what it means?
Raindrop is the name of the technique. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a massage specific technique. It reminds a massage which involves special technique and using lots of essential oils.
Okay. So essential oils, I'm so glad that you brought those up because growing up, my mom loves her oils. You know, we were all about aromatherapy in the house, would have a diffuser. She would rub it on us. You know, we also had Vapor Rub, which was like the medication for everything, it seemed. What is it about essential oils that you are so drawn to that made you so interested in healthy living and clean living, especially as you mentioned, having a clean environment? And how have those oils helped you to achieve that?
It's a really great question because essential oils right now, it's kind of a fashion. Mm-hmm. Everybody has essential oils right now. Mm-hmm. But with everything, the quality, very, very important. Mm. If you buy the bottle of essential oils, the bottle of lavender, 15 mils of lavender for $5, I don't know how clean that oil is. Mm-hmm. I know that this industry is not regulated, and it's very important to get the oil from trustworthy company. That's all I can say.
Okay. We're going to hold on to that thought because I'm going to ask you a little later how to decipher. But healthy living is part of your brand. And I see that you use it pretty often. It's in your Instagram handle. It's across your social media, your website. What does healthy living mean to you?
Healthy living, it's such a multifaceted subject. Mm-hmm. For me, it includes things you're putting in your body, what you apply on your body, things you are surround yourself with, including air you breathe, people you communicate with, the situations you created. The most important and very important part of healthy living is how our lifestyle affects our Mother Earth. Mm-hmm. Understanding that we are all one, we are interconnected. Yeah. And also, one more thing I would like to add to that, I think that it's very important to live every moment of our life like our last one and do the best we can and enjoy every single bit of that.
I like
That's
that.
all.
Yeah. And I think that that's important now, especially with everything that's going on in the world, is taking control of what we are putting in our bodies, as well as making sure that those around us are just as healthy as us as well, making sure that we're in clean environments, making sure that everything is disinfected properly. So, how has this year really helped you to narrow in on your personal journey, living healthily, especially?
Oh, great question. This year helped me finally start making the online program about healthy living.
Yeah.
And I would be so grateful if someone who's watching that show could participate in market research. You can contact me via Facebook or via Instagram, and it will be it will be a conversation where I'll ask you some questions to help me to tailor better my online program.
Okay. So what is the program like, just so folks can get an idea of
It
what goes on?
will be a program where I'll share all my knowledge about healthy living ways. I'll share what you can put on, in, around, and so on. I'll share with you all my resources I know about getting healthy products for you
And
and
that's
about
important.
all the techniques I know.
Yeah. It's important to get the expertise as much as you can to better understand how you can take control of your health naturally, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so much knowledge out there that sometimes it can feel almost oversaturated, and it can be hard to tell what is real, what isn't. You know, there are a lot of people popping up on social media who are claiming that they're health practitioners or encouraging others to live a healthy lifestyle, but maybe their advice isn't always the healthiest. What would you say is the result that you would find from your healthy living? What's the overall result that you've seen from the journey that you've taken?
What's the overall results for myself? For myself, I became more conscious about my life. I gained way more energy in compare with with what I had 5 years ago. And over the last years, I contacted with so many great people I would never ever dreamed about 10 years ago about contacted with people like that. Like take an example, you, Liz. You're such a great individual. I would never ever dreamt to contact with people like you about 10 years ago. But now,
Now here we are.
yeah.
Now, in our conversations, you've mentioned optimal wellness. What does that mean to you? I wanted to ask you that. What is optimal wellness?
Oh, optimal wellness, from my perspective, it's a balance between your mental, physical, and emotion aspects of your being. Yeah, that's a balance between those three.
Okay, so it's like mind, body, spirit, soul, everything connected.
Yes, you can put that way too.
We could put it that way. And so with healthy living, the overall goal is to receive to get to optimal wellness, where everything is well, I guess optimal.
Yeah, yeah.
Tip top shape. Now, what is the biggest obstacle to having a healthy lifestyle, would you say, in this day and age?
In my humble opinion, I would say it is chemicals. We are surrounded with chemicals today in a place we could never ever imagine before. And those toxic chemicals are very dangerous. Can you imagine that average North American woman today unknowingly apply on herself or be in contact with about 515 toxic chemicals per day. Yes, I've read it in one article in the internet. I just, yeah. And the reason why it's so dangerous between we are surrounded with those toxic chemicals, and even though some people tell that it's such a small amount, but the danger of toxic chemicals are that they are so easy to absorb, mass production, too little testing. Do you think that each and every toxic chemicals from those 500 something was tested for toxicity for humans? I don't know. I didn't see those test results. And also its environmental persistence. That's important too. It's very dangerous and it affects our health in a very bad way, and it's even might affect our hormonal balance, like endocrine disruptors.
What does that mean?
Endocrine disruptors, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, endocrine disruptors, it's just in definition for toxic chemicals which come in contact with hormonal balance, and they might have effect for developmental, mental, reproductive abilities, and that's about it. Yeah.
So like even the makeup that I'm wearing today, that could be messing with my hormones, that could be allowing me to take in some toxic chemicals.
It's a good question because those endocrine disruptors might be hidden in a plastic bottle. They might be hidden in makeup if you don't know the brand. There are some toxic chemicals which were being banned by European Union, but in European Union they banned about 2,000 toxic chemicals. In North America, in general, FDA banned less than 2,000, I believe. So it's very important to know what you're applying on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you hear that a lot, even in the food that we eat. If we're comparing the ingredients alone, just looking at all the different chemical compounds of what's on the back of, a cereal package, and compare that to the same brand of cereal in the EU, you'll see that there's a difference because of the regulations and the different regulations. But how can you protect yourself from taking in, all of these toxins? Like, what can you do to not take them in as much?
Of course, you can learn. You can learn. You can use internet. There is so much information on internet. However, I wouldn't recommend you to go on Google. I would recommend you to use PubMed or Google Scholar. Yeah, those are two good search engines. And also, reading labels is the first thing. Getting products from trustworthy companies. Second one, live consciously.
Yeah.
Understand that there is a consequence for each and every step you are taking in your life. That's probably about, yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm like, let me go wipe my makeup off because I don't know anymore. But on that note, we're going to take a very quick break. But when we're back, we're going to continue our chat with Kate about the type of toxins that should not be on the market anymore and how we can protect ourselves and make sure that we are trying to pick the most natural products that are available on the market right now. So stay tuned.
GBKM TV, the station with a vision. GBKM TV, the station with a difference now. Slim Flex said so. Big up Ghana, up.
You can officially download our free GBKM app from the App Store and the Google Play Store, okay? Now, what is the best thing about this app? Well, it is that you have all of the features from the website that is portable, in your hand, ready to use and ready to go. Now I'm just gonna guide you through what we have available on our app right now. So here, this is the page where you can watch our live TV, our GBKM TV. You can watch live, enjoy the shows live. Now, if you go to our tabs, you can check out any shows you missed in the past shows tab, and that takes you to the past shows that have happened in the last week. And if you just scroll down, you can see those past shows in order, chronological order with their dates next to them as well. So if you've missed a show, no worries, just go to the past show tab and you can catch up on your favorite GBKM entertainment. Going back to our menus tab again, you can check out our upcoming shows so you do not miss any past shows. You can check out our breaking news section, which is our newest section as well, to learn of any breaking news within the diaspora, across the globe, all of that good stuff, so you can stay engaged and up to date on what's going on with our breaking news tab on the GBKM app, and also available on the website. And as you can see, there are other tabs there. You can listen to our live radio, our live TV. You can learn more about our on-air personalities by going to our OAP tab, all of that good stuff. You can officially download our free GBKM app from the App Store and the Google Play Store, okay? Now, what is the best thing about this app? Well, hello and welcome back to the Chat Up Show. I'm your host, Elizabeth Aloyde, and today we are joined by a very special guest, Kate Kopylova, as we discuss how we can take control of our health and really live a healthy lifestyle. Now, before we went on our break, we were talking about the toxic chemicals that we, take in without even realizing. Now, you had mentioned that it's in small amounts, and sometimes it's, small, that a lot of health organizations, the FDA, would approve for these chemicals to just be out here and we would be using these products. Why should we then worry? Why is this something that we should be conscious about if it's in such small amounts?
Because it affects our health, and as I mentioned before, it might work as endocrine disruptors, which is very dangerous. And even choosing hand sanitizer, you have to be aware what the ingredients are out there. If you are not sure, again, you can do your research and find consequences of using each and every ingredient listed on the label.
Wow. That's true, because now hand sanitizer is very important.
Yeah, not only hand sanitizer, and even toothpaste, even home cleaning stuff, laundry soap you're washing your clothes with. You're washing your clothes with something, and then you're wearing your clothes and it's rubbing on against your skin, what the reaction might be.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware of all those tiny things, because it's those toxic chemicals accumulate in our bodies over the time. And that's called bioaccumulation. And some chemicals are very hard to get rid of. So I don't want to go into all the details because I'm not a doctor, and I just learn about that.
This is from your research.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's important that we take the time to do the research for ourselves to better understand what we're putting on our bodies, what we're ingesting as well, what we may be eating. Because, you hear stories about how the FDA allows a certain amount of insects in our food, and it's allowed to be sold on the market, and you're thinking, okay, what is slipping through the cracks that isn't healthy for us, and they're just approving. And now we have all of these options on the shelves that aren't necessarily the healthiest options for us. It gets a little scary.
Sorry to interrupt you, Liz, but I wouldn't say that FDA approved some toxic chemicals. Or I might say that it's not easy sometimes to find out at once all the consequences. And I'm not the person who blames someone or something. The only thing I would advocate, just do your research. That's all. And FDA and other organizations like that, they do a lot of good job, especially here in Canada, Health Canada, it does really good job. I'm serious, because they restrict so many chemicals, toxic chemicals in Canada.
Yeah. So,
But of course, there is no limit. Because of its massive production, probably it's hard to get step by step because speed of producing toxic chemicals, it is much higher than testing results which comes out of it.
so when someone wants to take the step to, become more conscious and want to choose healthier, more natural alternatives, there's so many options out there. How do you know which ones are the ones to trust? Now, especially in the beauty industry, there are a lot of companies that are coming out now saying that they're cruelty-free, they're vegan, they're all natural. But what are some of the signs to look out for? What are some maybe ingredients to look out for to really make the best options for ourselves, to really go towards the most natural, healthiest options?
About the ingredients, I would recommend to look for David Suzuki Toxic Dozens, and it's a very comprehensive list of those toxic ingredients we can find in a cosmetic. About finding the best company, I would recommend to, first of all, go and check how long the company on the market, what is their reputation, how they use their profit. It's important. Who owns the company? It's important too. In terms of if that company productions are the things you're putting on your body, it's important to find out where they source their plants, how clean the plants are, how they control the quality, how they control the cleanest of the end product.
Right. Yes, because the clean environment is just as important as well, right?
Yes, because people might say that it's vegan or it's organic, but if the plant is being grown on a field where livestock was 3 years ago, those plants won't be good for you. It's just one example.
Wow. So, all that we're talking about now, to some people, they may feel like, oh, this is too much work, like this is too much to, look up all these different ingredients to find out what they really mean. What would you say to those people who are maybe watching right now? How would you maybe advocate to them?
You know what? Everybody is responsible for their choices. It's your own life. And what would I tell you? That it's very exciting journey. Probably it might not be easy at the very beginning, because the whole being will be resisting the changes, and the change will take time. It might be months or longer, depends on the toxicity of the body. But after you accommodate that lifestyle, you won't be able to come back.
Yeah.
And the only thing you regret might be that, oh, why didn't I start a year ago?
You become more, acute or sensitive to the toxins after you've gone on. Like, would you say that in your experience, you become more sensitive to it now, and you can tell when something's just not right as soon as you maybe just smell or use a product?
That's right. To be honest, it's hard for me right now to go through the aisle in a supermarket where all candles, so-called air fresheners are being sold. For me, it's like going through the chemical factory. I just
Oh no, what's wrong with candles and air fresheners? I love my candles.
You know what? The ingredients of how the candles are made of are very important because, let's say, paraffin is very dangerous for your body. The best candles you can use are candles from beeswax, or sometimes some people can use soy candles, but with soy you have to be very you have to look out for soy source because lots of soy right now is very genetically modified. However, there are some soy which is really good. So that's why I recommend to use candles from beeswax.
Okay. So
And
beeswax, you would
the
say, is,
smell of beeswax candle, oh, just amazing. It's like,
yeah, it really fills the air.
yeah.
So what are some other toxic chemicals that you would encourage folks to get rid of in their life, like today? Like that you can think from the top of your head that you know is in probably, you know, cleaning products that are frequently used even in...
Triclosan,
Okay, I need to take
which
notes.
used very often in hand sanitizer. Parabens used very often to conserve the makeup and so on. And also the ingredients which are really hard to pronounce, those are the ones to be to be aware of.
Because I always hear the argument that people are saying that, oh, it's just a chemical compound. That's the name that they put on the back of the ingredients list, and that you shouldn't always be worried. But would you say that it is something that you should look deeper into, regardless of what? Just make sure you're looking deeper into what you're consuming and looking at those ingredients lists with those long names that you cannot pronounce.
Yes, that's right. And one more ingredient I would recommend you to look for, to be aware of, is fragrance.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I noted that I don't know, some time ago, I went to one home and eventually I washed my hands upon the entering the house, and there was unscented soap, so-called unscented. The owner of the house, she was not aware that it was scented because people, when something is done, people are not obliged to put all the ingredients on the label. They can list only the ingredients which are there in the biggest amount, and small amount they're not obliged to list. And my nose was able to smell the fragrance.
Wow.
Even though it was claimed unscented, but there was a scent. I don't know why the scent is there, probably to cover other scent. I have no idea. But fragrance is very dangerous compound too, yeah.
And even then, as you mentioned, like there are a lot of things that you notice that has a fragrance, even makeup, my skincare as well. You can smell the fragrance. A lot of times it can be overpowering. And it does make me think, like, what am I putting on my skin that I think is helping my skin, but really might be hindering the flourishing growth that is supposed to happen?
And danger of it, because people are they're getting used to certain scent, and because it's toxic chemicals, it becomes like drug addict. They become addicted to that specific scent, even don't realizing that it's danger.
What are your views on perfume then?
Perfume. I don't use that word for, I don't know, for 5 years already.
Really?
Because I'm not, of course, before I had perfumes and I really respected French perfume. But since I was introduced to high quality essential oils, I use only essential oils. essential oils and blends from essential oils. And, you know, and it was a couple of years ago, something, one person went by me and he turned to me, do you know what that flower scent around here? I said, I might know. It might be scent which comes from me because I applied essential oils on myself. And it was funny from one point of view, from another, it was, yeah. And that person didn't even realize that scent might be natural.
Yeah.
There is no need to use chemicals.
Because I think that there's a misconception maybe that around natural products, it's not as strong. You know, for example, like, can I wear essential oils instead of perfume and it will last as long as perfume will, the scent on my skin or on my clothes, even just the other uses of essential oils as well. Like, let's start there. What are the other uses of essential oils that would be beneficial for folks to know?
I'm using the essential oils and high quality essential oils because those have therapeutic qualities, and Health Canada approved lots of essential oils as remedies to help to minimize symptoms of headaches, acne, joint pain, and so on. And essential oils, they are like, I wouldn't say they help plants to regenerate. And that's exactly what they do for us.
Okay. How?
Yeah, how? Because our sense of smell, yeah, thank you, how? Yeah. Good question, how? Our sense of smell is connected, our olfactory bulb are connected with old part of the brain, which is called the limbic brain. And that part of the brain is regulating our emotions. And that part of the brain is very close to part of the brains, which are here, right? And it's like our body computers.
Yeah.
It helps, right smell helps our body to function properly. I can put it that way.
Yeah. Now, as a mother and a grandparent as well, how was your journey, you know, getting other folks in your family to maybe be more conscious and as conscious as you? Are they, would you say? And what would you say to encourage others who want to take the step to make sure that their family is living the healthiest lifestyle that they can?
With natural stuff, especially with essential oils, very important is to start very, very low and go slow. Don't put the whole bottle of essential oils on yourself. It might be too much.
Yeah.
Start with one drop. If it's high quality essential oils, you will notice the smell. You might notice the difference over time. You might feel the change in your mood very quickly.
Wow.
It's very important to start low and go slow. And because there are some oils which are called hot oils, if you apply it unknowingly on your skin, undiluted, you might feel a sensation like a burning sensation.
Wow.
So you have to be very careful and ask the person to read the label properly. On each label, there should be instruction how we can use the oil. If there are no instruction, again, make your decision.
So then, just going off of that, how can you tell what is a high quality oil? You know, I go into the store, I just see essential oil, I'm gonna pick it up, but how do I know that it's high quality and not just a bunch of different toxic chemicals put together and labeled essential oils?
Yes, just get the oils or products from the company you trust, from the company which is very open, transparent, which don't hide all the ingredients, which doesn't hide the scientific people who help to determine the quality of the oil, and ask around what other people use.
Ask you.
Uh, being a Thai massage practitioner, I started using essential oils a while ago. And the first time I got essential oil from one respectful Thai massage school, because I was told that they might help with the mood of the client. I bought the oil and they didn't work the way I expected. Then I was introduced to Young Living essential oil company, and I started using those oils, and I noticed the difference. And since then I'm using Young Living essential oils. Also, Young Living produce lots of good clean makeup. By the way, you asked me about makeup.
Yes.
You can go and check the ingredients there. Also, cleaning solution, toothpaste, skincare, lots of things I'm getting from Young Living essential oils. Also, I don't drink water from plastic bottles because of all those toxic chemicals. And I was looking for a solution, and finally I found the company. It's called an Energy company. It creates really good water. I got a machine from them, and I'm drinking water only from that machine. It's called Kangen water. And also about the food, I'm getting the food from local farmers I know, and I'm trying to buy organic as much as I can.
Yeah. And I think this is a lifestyle that more people are becoming more conscious of and choosing to follow, because now we have all this information at our fingertips, essentially. You can just go on Google Scholar, as you mentioned, right on your phone to look up peer-reviewed articles and journals to better understand what we're putting on our bodies, what we're even eating. As you mentioned, water. While I was drinking from my bottle over the break, I was thinking, who knows what kind of toxins I'm ingesting from just this water bottle alone. It's good to know and good to take that extra step to do the research and better understand what it is you're putting on yourself and you're doing to yourself for a healthier lifestyle. Yeah. Now, just to overarch and umbrella everything that we've been kind of talking about, what are some other characteristics to help determine if a product is truly all natural? Because I feel like it's easy to slap it on a label to help, consumers feel more comfortable. But how can the power be back in the consumer's hands, essentially, to be able to decipher what is all natural and what isn't?
Can you phrase it differently? Because I believe that we spoke about it.
Yeah, I just want to bring it right back around just to reiterate again how you can determine if a product is all natural.
If you, first of all, look at the ingredients.
Yeah.
If the ingredients is hard to read, it's impossible to pronounce, don't take it. If there are fragments, think about it. I don't know. Again, that's your choice. Also check if it was recommended, let's say about essential oils, if Health Canada recommend to use that essential oil. It's really important. It should be, it's called natural health product. It should be number from Health Canada. So check that number on the label, if there is a label. The same about supplements. Check if there is a natural health product number on the supplement. What else? Yes, and if it comes from the company you trust, so.
Yeah, okay. Just for all of you watching, those are some main points that you can look out for to make sure that everything that you want to be all natural truly is all natural. Especially as you mentioned supplements as well, which, is important. Some people need the added supplements to feel healthier, to help their body do what it needs to do. And it's not good if you're not taking in something that isn't natural, isn't good for you.
Yes, and very important characteristic of the supplement is bioavailability, because some supplements which you can find on the store shelves are not bioavailable, meaning that your body absorbs only 30 to 40% of the supplements, and the rest your body needs to expel. And then the question arises, why should you pay money for something that your body is going to expel? Yeah, and when I started the journey, to be honest, at the very beginning, it looks so expensive from a first sight. Then you start calculating how much money you save, because good company sell natural product very concentrated, in a very concentrated form. Mm-hmm. Once you got the bottle of a household cleaner, it might sound expensive, or I won't be paying $28 for household cleaner. But once you read the instruction, how much you can dilute that cleaning, it will last you forever. Oh, of course, not forever, for a very long
longer
time. Forever, no, that's not the word you would use there. So it's important too, because when you are looking at laundry soap in a store, it might cost you, I don't know how much laundry soap in the store costs, let's say $7-10 for a jug like this. But once you research the ingredients, would you want to put it on your body? I don't know. I'm getting my soap in 946 ml. I don't remember how much it cost, but that soap lasts me very, very, very long time.
I'm gonna have to take note of that, because I feel like I'm always buying laundry detergent, because it racks up, as you said, because you're keeping buying it over and over and over again, replenishing it, and then for what reason? Yeah.
And you add up to dilution because you keep buying plastic bottles. That's important too.
That's true. There's so many things that, if you're not conscious of it, that we're doing, that, it's even not just for our bodies, the environment around us as well. Even just our homes as well, what kind of chemicals we're bringing into our homes, that when you have a baby that's crawling around and then you've just mopped the floor with something and then they put their hand in their mouth, you don't know what is going on, what kind of chemicals are there too that your child is ingesting. So it's important, as you said, to do your research.
Oh, and funny story about that household cleaner. When we started using household cleaner, we started mopping our floor with that. We have old cat. And she was waiting for me to mop the floor, and you might hear her. Yeah. And when I stopped mopping the floor, and she jumped on the floor and started licking that. She never ever did it before.
Yeah.
She only started doing that when I started using that natural household cleaner.
Even your pets know.
Oh, of course she knows.
Yeah, listen to your pets. Now, before we let you go, I just want to allow the audience to get to know how they can connect with you, how they can keep up with you, especially with your online program as well. So in which ways can we stay connected with you?
Probably the easiest way will be to find me on Facebook. I'm there like Kate Kopolova, or contact me via Instagram handle, Kate Healthy Living.
Okay.
Yeah, probably those will be the best ways.
Those are the best ways. Great, thank you. And before we let you go, what would you like to say in conclusion, just to sum up our chat for today?
Yes. Okay. I'm thinking that healthy living, there is no magic button. However, once you start doing that, as I said, the only thing you will regret, it might be that you didn't start earlier. And let me conclude with a kind of a prayer. Let me read it because it sounds so beautiful. I don't want to mess up with that. It's a modified version from Navajo people prayer. The more people who want to be healthy, the more health there is. The more people who want to be happy, the more happiness there is. Health, happiness, and wellness are expanding. The better it gets for any, the better it gets for all. The better it gets for us, the bigger the ripples of joy and possibilities that we are spread. Join the movement.
I like that. Yes. The more people choose to, choose happiness, choose their health, the more health there is around us. And I like that. Yeah, that's a good note. I think that's a great way to sum it up. Thank you so much, Kate, for joining us. Thank you for being on the show today and bestowing your knowledge on us, helping us to make better choices for ourselves and understand how to truly live a naturally healthy lifestyle. It's not as hard as it may seem, folks. I mean, it may take a little more, consciousness than normally you would when you're shopping and going down the grocery aisles, looking up all the different ingredients. You might be doing it for a little bit longer, but as Kate says, it's worth it, and you will wish that you'd started sooner, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for that opportunity.
Of course, of course. Now, thank you, and that concludes our show today. Thank you so much for joining us on the Chat Up Show. As always, you know that you can keep up with the GBKM network 24/7, listening and watching live to all the entertainment and music that we provide you at www.gbkm.fm or www.gbkm.tv. Also, make sure you download our free app so you don't miss any more shows, because you will be notified when we go live. Okay, that is available on the App Store and the Google Play Store for our Apple and Android users. You can follow us on Instagram at gbkmfm and Twitter at gbkm_FM. You can continue to watch us on Facebook at GBKM Television and YouTube at GBKM TV. You can also follow me, your host, on Instagram and Twitter at TIS_Liz_O. And I will catch you at the same time, same place next week. Chat with you then. Take care.
GBKM TV, the station with a vision. GBKM TV, the station with a difference now. Slim Flex said so. Big up Ghana, up. GBKM TV, the station with a vision. GBKM TV, the station with a difference now. Slim Flex said so. Big up Ghana.
Is that you have all of the features from the website that is portable, in your hand, ready to use and ready to go. Now I'm just gonna guide you through what we have available on our app right now. So here, this is the page where you can watch our live TV, our GBKM TV. You can watch live, enjoy the shows live. Now, if you go to our tabs, you can check out any shows you missed in the past shows tab, and that takes you to the past shows that have happened in the last week. And if you just scroll down, you can see those past shows in order, chronological order, with their dates next to them as well. So if you've missed a show, no worries, just go to the past show tab and you can catch up on your favorite GBKM entertainment. Going back to our menus tab again, you can check out our upcoming shows so you do not miss any past shows. You can check out our breaking news section, which is our newest section as well, to learn of any breaking news within the diaspora, across the globe, all of that good stuff, so you can stay engaged and up to date on what's going on with our breaking news tab on the GBKM app, and also available on the website. And as you can see, there are other tabs there. You can listen to our live radio, our live TV. You can learn more about